Hello everyone. In our last video we discussed that how to create string, what are index numbers, what is the use of index numbers. So in this video I'm going to explain about few more concepts related to strings. So you can, if you have a string and you want to read its character one by one, you can either use while statement, while loop, or for loop. Okay, so there is a slight difference how we use it. So let's suppose I have a string here. Then I will create a variable, for example y. Then I will move this y starting from 0 because index numbers start from 0. And if I want to read any string, I can start reading its character from index 0. And index numbers, they go, for example, this string has 6 characters. So index number will go from 0 to 5. If I check the length of this string, it will be 6. So here I am saying start a variable from 0 and go till less than length. So length is 6, less than length becomes 5. Okay. Then I am using square brackets, and inside square bracket I am using index number, which is represented by y. Okay. So here y in this loop represent the index number of the character that I am reading. And when I move index number starting from 0 till length minus 1, okay, it will print each character. And then I have to increment the index also. First time index will start from 0, then it will go to 1, 2, like this. And the moment it becomes 6, 6 is less than 6, that false, so it will stop. So if I run this, I will get all the characters one by one. Now you can do the same using for loop. But in for, instead of using index number, we use variable y or any variable. You can take it a, b, or any variable, but we directly read characters. Okay, so here when I say y in strings, here y represents a character, here y represents an index number. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, the logically it's different. You can give it any other name, you don't have to give it y. You can give c for character, anything will work. But just to tell you, variable here represents the character. Okay, and here variable is used for index numbers. Okay. So that's the good thing here is, let's suppose I don't want to read all the characters, I want to read just the, like I want to skip characters, I want to read A, then C, then E, like this. Then I will increase the index by 2. So if I run it like this, now it will read A, C, because I am incrementing the index by 2, not 1. Here I don't have option. Okay, here because for loops automatically moves to the next one, so I can't skip. Here it's, I have a more control over how many index numbers I want to read. Okay, so here I can say I want to read index number alternatively. Okay, so instead of going from 0 to 1, I want to go from 0 to 2, 4, like this. Okay, so I think while is more flexible when it comes to reading a string. Okay, so let's talk about arithmetic operations. We have studied arithmetic operations in using numbers or float. So these are plus, minus, these operations, they work like in mathematics, they work the same for numbers and floats. But when it comes to strings, it's slightly different. So let's suppose I have two strings here. I'm calling it string 11 and 12. If I try to run these arithmetic operations, okay, then some of them will work, not all of them will work. So if I run this, I will get error like this. I'm getting that minus will not work. And if I comment this, okay, if I run again, now I have error. Multiplication is also showing error, so multiplication is also not working. Now if I run this, division is also, and you will see error here. It says you can't divide a string by a string. So this is also not working. Only when you if you try to add two strings, it will join the actual strings. So if you see here, now ABC is joined with XYZ, and this is what we called joining of strings or concatenation of strings. So Python allows only adding two strings. It doesn't allow subtraction or multiplication or division. Okay, now what happens if I try to multiply a string by a number? So this is arithmetic operation of string and a number. So if I try to, let's run all of this. So I'm getting error here. Plus is definitely not working. So I will comment it and see if others are working. And I'm getting the same error. Minus is also not working. Now let's say this division also shows error because it shows unsupported operands. That means this operator does not support one operand as string and one as number. So I don't want this. Now I see if this will work or no. Now this is working. I can multiply a string by a number, and if I flip this, if I make it num and slip, it should be same. If I make it like this, then also I should get the same thing. Okay, they both are giving the same thing. So when you multiply a number, a string by a number, it will repeat that string that many times. So ABC is repeated 3 times. So that is the meaning of multiplication by a number. If you multiply a string by numbers, it will repeat that string that many times. Okay. So these are just few examples of arithmetic operation using strings. When we write logic for our programs, we have to keep these rules in mind, that what is allowed in Python and what is not allowed in Python. If you have learned some another language, their rule can be slightly different. Okay, so Python allows addition of string by a string and multiplication of string by a number. It doesn't allow any other arithmetic operations. Okay, so I will stop here for this video. Thank you for watching.